purge all these demons out. We in the end time. I see your trick. All praise to the Most High. Yahweh Ba Simma Masaya Yasa. Abanawa Allah. I vow to live for you.
I need a phase. I'm about to make the devil really mad. I got a soul he can never have. I'm on the road on a narrow path. Messiah, my rock, falling on commands. I'ma get up when I fall like a man, like Moses did when he raised his hands. Keeping that oil in my lap is a plane. We in the end times while you playing. I know the angels watching me. Every day I'm really on my knees. Forgive me, Father, for offending thee. I want Messiah to remember me. I ain't trying to depart from me. Plead the blood, watch some demons flee. Show the Father he all I need. I ain't trying to depart from me.
We in the spiritual war. Messiah's right at the door. We in the end time, yeah, for sure. It's really time to shop them swords. Who gon' receive the spiritual power? I was gon' send it down like a shower. All in that lamp, candles lit. He gon' destroy this in an hour. I told Satan, get thee behind me. I'm in that secret place, he can't find me. Sending them demons at me, get around me. Open that ocean out, but he can't drown me. Who really living and walking the world? Messiah's coming, what you ain't heard. That fire's coming, you about to burn. He's sending them prophets you don't wanna learn. I vow to live for you. I vow. Wherever you go, I will go. Wherever you go, say I vow to live for you. I vow to live for you. Wherever you go, I will go. Wherever you go.
I need a phase. I'm about to make the devil really mad. I got a soul he can never have. I'm on the road on a narrow path. Messiah, my rock, falling on commands. I'ma get up when I fall like a man, like Moses did when he raised his hands. Keeping that oil in my lap is a plane. We in the end times while you playing. I know the angels watching me. Every day I'm really on my knees. Forgive me, Father, for offending thee. I want Messiah to remember me. I ain't trying to depart from me. Plead the blood, watch some demons flee. Show the Father he all I need. I ain't trying to depart from me.
Beats for the street.
Saved and surrendered. I trust you when it's good, I trust you when it's bad. What I look like sitting around trying to be sad. This too shall pass. It all happens so fast. I know this pain ain't gonna last. This too shall pass. Satan getting on my nerves. Hey, literally, stop messing with my nerves. I know you heard, man, it messed up my face. Hey, but it ain't mess up my faith. Boy, as I step up to play, that step of greatness, so I gotta be great. I lift my hands up to the Lord when I wait. You see these tears on my face. The doctor said it probably happened to stress. Nah, my father said I gave your family rest. Yes, and I ain't deaf, I heard it clear in my ear. Hey, saying Brian, be still, just chill. See, I learned on this journey not to question you. Thy kingdom come, that will be done until I'm next to you. 2 steps ahead of me, beginning and ending. I said, prepare me for this heavenly wedding until I'm ready, look. And it was good that your servant went through affliction. You showed me how to trust you and to listen. Now listen, I trust you when it's good, I trust you when it's bad. What I look like sitting around trying to be sad, this too shall pass. Hey, it all happened so fast. I know this pain ain't gonna last, man, this too shall pass. Don't let my enemies have the last laugh. I know they love to see me crumble and crash. Man, this too shall pass. You took my sins, threw my sins in the trash. Hey, Jesus, I do all that you ask. This too shall pass. Lord, help me renew my strength. Walking, I be weary. Running, I be faint. Mount me up with wings, let me fly like the eagles fly. I need you by my side, Lord, you never leave my side. Hey, Holy Spirit, I'm adoring you. Fill me up, cause I need less of me and more of you. When Jesus walk in, the demons walk out. I learn to die daily, so I pull my cross out. Look, it costs everything for me to get this oil. You see the ones who said they love me with disloyal, man. Soften the soil of my heart and plant a seed in it. You know the secrets that you keep, yet you still keeping it. Hey, unbelievers here will never read the Bible. Be everything that they need to see through testing in the trials. It was good that your servant went through affliction. You showed us how to truly trust and listen. Now we listen. I trust you when it's good, I trust you when it's bad. What I look like sitting around trying to be sad, man, this too shall pass. Said it all happened so fast. I know this pain ain't gonna last, man, this too shall pass. Don't let my enemies have the last laugh. I know they love to see me crumble and crash. man, this too shall pass. You took my sins, threw my sins in the trash. In Jesus, I do all that you ask. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. This too shall pass.
Spend so much time getting this money, never realized them the faces of slave owners. Niggas a snake on you, he got shot in the face over slave owners. White people smile in my face, they the children of slave owners. They all fake, I hate them all, stole our history straight from us. Buying designer clothes from families traced back to slave owners. The Jewish man a bitch, they bought the land so we can't own it. They ain't get bought to slavery on no ships, like we ain't noticed. Deuteronomy 28, explain us leaving Cape Coast. Straight folks, they stole our name and our history straight from us. King James was black and Christ was too. Man, they straight bogus, but playing with the children's roulette while it's loaded. I pray your days closer, like bang, blow your brains open. The goal is keep us slaves with the paper, putting drugs in the streets to keep us chasing. Yeah, keep the men out the house while they children stay going. Make it war with each other so division stay focused. Control the media to make them hate us. If we teach them hate theyself, they'll never make it. Yeah, discriminate them at the job and lock them up for selling drugs. If we keep on teaching hate, they will never learn to love.
They put demons all in our face, rose up idols all in our state, destroyed our mind with all of they talent, all and they piling on but they hate. Now we dying so they race to teach us lies with all that they say. That goes from schools to the media, designed to change the way you think and the way you pray, the words you speak and the money you pay for the things you get and the people don't know. So we marry their kids and we change our goals and the things don't grow when the kids get rich. Lose that money and the wife and kids and they start back over. This is a trap for show. Then they sell you music by the trap life. Seem like living in the trap life though. We don't get paid from the money they grow. We get pennies on the dollar, my bro. We get pennies on the dollar, my bro. Sometimes I really wanna holler at my bro. Tell them that we've been played on the low. We still slaves and they still own. We still slaves and they still own us.
The goal is keep us slaves with the paper.
Us.
Putting drugs in the streets to keep us chasing. Yeah, keep the men out the house while their children stay going. Make it war with each other so division stay focused. Control the media to make them hate us. If we teach them hate theyself, they'll never make it. Yeah, discriminate them at the job and lock them up for selling drugs. If we keep on teaching hate, they will never learn to love.
It's time to put the children to sleep. Grab your strong drink. It's Wild Out Wednesday.
All right, yo, shalom, shalom, shalom. Yo, it's Wild Out Wednesday. Hey, the water, everybody for being here with us. Oh, I don't have my camera on. Let me get that. Hey, again, hey, the water, everybody for being here with us. Hey, I got a funny glare going on. It is Wild Out Wednesday, so we go jump right into it. You know, I got something that I definitely want to hit on. Before we do, I want to give a couple shout outs. We got some new soldiers that just made the camp. So congratulations to the new soldiers who are part of the Anointed House of Saints now. Man, I hope brothers is ready to do the work. I hope brothers is ready to hit this ground running, man, and go out and put your brick in, you know. So congratulations to all, again, the new soldiers. And we will be starting another prospecting class here shortly. Just stay tuned for that. If you want to do the work, if you want to do the work with the Anointed House of Saints, if you want to become part of our brotherhood and put your work in with us, hey, send us an email, shoot us an email. We will be starting up a new prospecting phase soon. Just stand by on the dates for that. But go ahead, drop that email, and we go get right with you, brothers. And as always, the water for everybody who's joined us in the chat, who's watching live with us. The water for everybody who's going to join in and check out the class at a later time. I got some mighty brothers here with me today. As always, hey, y'all go ahead and introduce yourselves, man.
Shalom, shalom, Soldier Shemaiah. All praise to the Most High God of Israel.
Khan.
On the class.
Hey, Khan. Hey, shalom, Mark.
Shalom, be young.
Hey, what's
It's the Ohio connection right there. Wow.
Yeah. All right.
For his song. AHOS Ohio. AHOS Ohio coming soon to the theater near you.
Hey, there it is right there. Right. Hey, so man, we state to state, man. And we got mighty brothers that's out here laboring in the truth, man. So again, if you want to become part of our congregation, to become part of Anointed House of Saints, go ahead, put y'all brick in or drop that email to the link, and we go get right back with you, man, to do the work, man. All praise to the Most High. And now, with that, one more plug. I'm gonna drop that plug for the brother and his Body Butters. Hit that up. Smoothlikebutter.com. Have that skin moisturized, man. But other than that, let's get into some shout outs. Oh, and real quick, I seen the sister, and she's first in the building as usual, but I seen the sister Joanne Gilchrist received her shirt and her zeets, man. I just saw that. Hey, shalom, sis. Glad that you here with us. Hey, the sister is faithful, man. She been rocking with us, man. So hey, we give all praises to Yahweh, for her, man, and for all of y'all. All praises to Yahweh for all of y'all. But let's go ahead and get some shout outs, and then let's jump into what we're gonna be dealing with.
God. Joanne Gilchrist, shalom, sis. Nazar, 12 Gates of Israel, shalom. Captain Canal, shalom. John Allen, shalom. Captain Canal, shalom. Officer Kadar, shalom. AS, one of the new soldiers, James Jones, shalom. Congratulations, Officer Knox, shalom. Sister L, shalom, sis. Nadia, shalom. One of the new soldiers, Tawabia, shalom. Captain Jonathan, shalom. Belen Christella, shalom. This is James Jones again, shalom. Araya, shalom. Sister L, shalom again. Soldier Gary, shalom.
Wait, hold up. We got
World Without End, shalom. Just the King, shalom. Sister Michelle, shalom.
All right, and shalom to everybody who will be joining us. Hey, y'all, spit some fire real quick. I gotta fix my lighting situation here.
Well, a couple things on the line would be, of course, promoting the brother's book, A Time After Forever. The brother has a book out in regarding like building us up as a community, as a nation of people. Go check that out on Amazon. It don't cost that much money, Israel. Go ahead and support your brothers and sisters that's out here doing this work. The other thing that brothers got, you got the brother Shaquat. I don't want Shaquat out there in the Bay Area who got the body butter that's smooth like butter. That's SMUVE like butter.
That's right.
Y'all gonna want to get that so y'all can put that on your ashy elbows, knees, feet.
Get them heels up, man. Get them heels, especially if y'all be walking around in sandals. Y'all know y'all got them rough heels. Hey, put some body butter on them heels.
Yeah, Sister L, I see you supporting, sis. The water.
The water. All right. So let's go ahead, man. And again, it's Wild Out Wednesday, man. So we go get it cracking. I know y'all seen what happened in Alabama. Hey man, hey, I seen they did a Good Times reel to that.
You heard the song?
Man. Yeah.
You heard the anthem?
That show?
Huh?
You remember that show, The Good Times?
What kind of?
Yeah, they did a reel to it, man. And that thing, hey, that thing brought joy to my soul.
No, right?
I laughed so hard watching that thing, man.
Hey, you heard that anthem, Montgomery Brawl?
Nah, I ain't heard the anthem. They got an anthem for it.
Oh yeah. You gotta pull up the camp bumping that.
I ain't heard the anthem, but I'm definitely gonna have to check that thing out.
We'll send it to you.
Kind of all praise to the Most High. Right? So we're not gonna be talking about that this week. We probably gonna get into that next week, man. I done seen all kind of crazy stuff dealing with that. But you know, all praise to the Most High. Hey, that brothers, you know, hey, they got busy. You know, they cracked them boys' heads, man. I don't know what time they think it is. They think brothers just go stand around and watch one of our brothers get whooped on. It ain't that type of party no more, brothers. Man, we fed up, man. We tired of this.
Man, I was so fired up. I wanted to come through the screen, man.
Hey, come on, you hear me?
And let my hands start flying.
I don't know if you saw that video. Brother said they had a video of the chair. Said, "Brother, pick me up," and we start having no donations. No, start giving no charity.
Give out charity.
Give no charity.
Hey, sister Christella, Shemaya's rib said they selling the chairs at her job.
Yeah, $44.99.
That's crazy. All right, come. Well, look. So on this day in history, August 9th, I know y'all probably remember this, man. Let me go ahead and bring this up. I know y'all remember this story right here.
Okay.
Michael Brown, right? When Michael Brown got gunned down and literally his body was laying in the street for hours. He got killed by the cop and they just had him laid out there. So this happened back in 2014. You know, Michael Brown got gunned down. You know, the white cop shot him. And not to be, you know, too long with it, because like I said, I want to go ahead and dive into it and get everything cracking. But y'all know the story. Hey, that white cop shot him. They left him down. Hey, it said that the white cop, man, shot him 6 times. Mm-hmm. And as always, he claimed that he feared for his life. You know, that's what they always say. I was in fear of my life. That's their get out of jail ticket. I was in fear of my life. That's why I had to do what I did, you know, and they get that pass because they got the authority of law. And so you can't really defend or put in question whether someone was actually in fear of their life or not. You know, that's really a subjective thing. It's not objective. It's not an objective standard, right? That's a subjective standard. Come on.
But that's how crafty Esau is in his words. You understand?
Right.
Because you can't disprove what he's saying, but does he actually mean what he's saying? You know, I fear for my life. You fear for your life with a gun on your hip. You fear for your life with a baton on your waist. You fear for your life with pepper spray in your hand.
Right.
But what did the person have? Some skin or some chips. Like you really that afraid of us that you would say that you fear for your life and use the most lethal form of defense that you got.
Right.
So I can appreciate it.
Let's get it.
Real quick. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 11 and verse 4. Says, "Thus saith the Lord, my God, feed the flock of the slaughter, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty." Just like I don't want to bring it out. You know what I'm saying? the man shot him in the streets and talking about he feared for his life.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? These are our oppressors. They'll hold themselves not guilty. You know what I'm saying? When the situation comes down and they get the opportunity to just slaughter us and kill us, right? And don't nothing happen to them for real. It says, and they that seldom say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their shepherds pity them not. All right. I mean, there ain't much more to say on that. It disappoints me because now it makes me think about all the people who this has happened to. Like, that made me think about the brother that was up here in Akron. You know what I'm saying? He hopped out his car running, man. Right. They shot him down badly. I forgot how many shots they said they
40 sometimes or something.
They said it was like it was several police officers, like 90 shots, 60 of them or something crazy went into his body.
Yeah.
That's overkill.
That's super overkill.
Yeah, they switched cheese.
Yeah.
You know, that's like that article that we had read last week where the cops, what they said, or it wasn't even cops, it was a mob where it said, where we read that last week or week before last, but
yeah.
It said that they empty over 400 bullets into the brother.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, that's overkill.
Next.
And that means that they were reloading.
Right.
Like in a typical gun, you got about 18 bullets, right? The standard issue Glock for a car. 18 bullets. How many officers was there? You understand? Like, if it's less than 5, they had to be reloaded.
Yeah, that's a fact.
They had to be.
Right.
Even if it was less than 10, they had to reload.
Mm-hmm.
Like a number of 10, they still had to reload. You said 400 shots?
Right. They still reloaded, man. That's crazy.
And the thing about it is they got to give an account for every bullet. So I wonder what the hell they writing down for every bullet that they shot.
That part.
Right.
That part. Hey, yo, so with that, yo, Yasha Allah, today we gonna be addressing our sisters today. We are addressing our sisters. And the question, you know, that I want to ask is, why do our sisters, our people, feel the need that they have to proclaim themselves as being strong and independent? Why do our women feel the need to say that and to voice that and to stand on that when no other nation identifies themselves that way? The women of no other nation identify themselves in that way. You don't hear Asian women saying, I'm a strong Asian woman.
Right.
I'm an independent Asian woman. You don't hear Esau saying, I'm a strong white woman. I'm an independent white woman. You don't hear this from these other nations. Why do our women feel the need that they have to be this way? So I'm gonna put that question out into the chat. Why do our women feel the need to say these things, or that they have to display this type of energy? Right? And we got Araya said, hey, because that's the only way the agenda works. And that's a good point, because it is an agenda, right? This whole thing is an agenda,
right?
To disrupt our family structure.
Mm-hmm.
We got Just the King says, the serpent has Eve in his back pocket for now, but that will soon change. Yo, I got a precept that I'm going to get for that. Exactly what you just said. I've got a perfect precept. We go get it a little bit later though, right? So the thing is, so we have our women have a misunderstanding of what it means to be strong. They have a misunderstanding of strength, right? So they figure, strength or being strong is exhibiting, masculine energy. They want to wear the pants. They want to be the shot caller. They want to be the boss. They don't want to listen to the man. They don't feel like they should have to, take what a man says. Right. So it's like real strength, and I'm speaking for a woman. Real strength, well, I mean, not just for women, but for people in general. Real strength.
You froze?
Yeah, I think he cut out.
Yeah, I think he froze.
Okay.
Yeah, he froze.
Right.
Yeah, but like to the other one's point. What?
I'm back. Oh, my internet out on me. Yeah, so real strength.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, that's where you was at. Real strength.
Okay, Con. Real strength is refraining from doing something that you could do. Right? So for a woman, we know that y'all can be sick with the tongue. We know that. Any man that's been in an argument with a woman knows how a woman's tongue can cut. Right? We know. Y'all know that y'all can be crucial with y'all mouth. Y'all know that y'all can cut a man down with your mouth. But the strength is, although I can say this and although, I can do this, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to be submissive. Mm-hmm. That's strength. Women, your strength is in your submissiveness. Mm-hmm. That's what your strength is. Just like, and vice versa, conversely, on the other side of the table, a man, of course, we know, is physically stronger than a woman. A man can easily put his hands on a woman. But is that strength? Is a man displaying strength when he does that? No, the strength comes, when a man feels like knocking a woman's head off her shoulders because maybe she done, I tell my daughters all the time, don't you ever put your hand on a boy. Don't ever put your hands on him. We don't know how that boy was raised. We don't know what kind of family he comes from. Now, if that boy decides because you took off on him, and now he's an idiot, and he puts his hands on you, now I'm definitely got to get involved. Mm-hmm. You don't got no business putting your hands on a man, on a boy in the first place. You are not physically able to match up with him. Right. Which is why, we got that whole thing going on right now with transgenderism, where you got dudes who now want to call themselves females and they want to get into female sports. I don't care if you think that you're a girl. You are not a girl. You're not a woman. You still have all of the physical attributes of a man. Yeah, there was the thing in the news where the dude turned himself into a woman and went into a swim competition against the women, and he killed them.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Right? You cannot stand up against a man. There was another story that I just seen where they had like a regular average like league soccer team play up against an elite women's soccer team. Now this is just average regular club players, and they killed them women. Them women did not even score a goal. Physically, women are no match for men.
It's a lot the other one.
Come on,
I
King.
give you one better. There were these 3 professional male football players, right, or soccer players, right? They went up against the national team of one country or whatever, and just these 3 men took on these 11 women on the pitch, and they could not touch them. So the fact that you have basically almost 4 women to every man on that pitch, they couldn't even handle it. So there's a big difference. There's a big gap when it comes to the performance of sports between a male and a female. You know,
right? Yo, Ryan just put up. I don't know if brothers heard about that, but yeah, that the female boxing, Clarissa Shields.
I was just
to Thurman.
Yo, I was just about to say that. I was looking for it. I'm like, yo, that's been circulating throughout the internet. Like,
that's a new thing on the
That's crazy.
That's a new thing on the earth right there.
And now, look. The thing is, she's an Olympic gold medalist. Hey, old girl can fight, but can she box against Keith Thurman? No.
Hell no.
She will get destroyed.
Hey, I don't want. It says pride comes before a fall.
Con, man. It makes no sense for a woman to think that she can physically compete with a man. Right. But so going back to let me get Proverbs 25 and 28.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 25 and verse 28. He that hath no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls.
Right. So what everything pretty much comes back to, so strength really comes to self-control. Right. One that you can do something, but I'm not going to do it. I know that I can physically. Hey, it's a lot of times I'm dealing with different individuals in the world. And in my head, I'd be like, man, you know, if this was 20 years ago, I'd crush you. But my self-control keeps me from doing a lot of things. My self-control stops me from saying a lot of things. Read that verse one more time.
He that hath no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls.
Man, if you don't have no self-control, the scripture says you're like a city without walls. Because you cannot control yourself. You're like a city without walls. You have no self-control. That's strength. When you can control the things that you do, when you can control the things that come out of your mouth, when you can control the things that you probably feel needs to be said, but you don't say them.
Salakia.
Come on, Pink.
And also with that if you don't have a wall, you don't have no protection. So anything can get to you. You know what I'm saying? And that's that same person that's always frustrated, always depressed, you know, and like that. So you got to have a hedge of protection. You got to be able to control yourself.
That's right. Yo, I pulled this. Can y'all see that? All right. So this is an article from a psychology website, but it's talking about self-control. It says self-control is the ability to regulate and alter your responses to avoid undesirable behaviors, right? And increase desirable ones and achieve long-term goals. Look at this. It says psychologists typically define self-control as the ability to control behaviors to avoid temptations and achieve goals. The ability to delay gratification and resist unwanted behaviors or urges, right? So like one gratification, if you feel like you want to cuss somebody out, that's a gratification. If you feel like somebody done something wrong to you, done did you wrong, and you want to, you know what they say, I want to give them a piece of my mind, right? That's a gratification. And a lot of our people, we look for that instant gratification. Now, the reason why I'm going here and I'm going over these things, because I'm going to talk about, well, in the chat, how many of y'all heard about that sister that got locked up over in Dubai? Real quick, throw a 7 in the chat if you heard about the sister that got locked up over in Dubai. Because we're going to get into that. And that whole situation could have been prevented.
Mm-hmm.
So, by the way, how are men above women if men are more likely to commit crimes? Hold on. What the? He said, I am too busy. Said, by the way, how are men above women if men are more likely to commit crimes in today's era compared to women? I'm not really understanding the
I don't get it.
Yeah, you might want to reword that a little bit differently. I'm too busy.
Yeah, kind. All right, I see the 7s in the chat. So pretty much everybody heard about that situation. Sister goes over to Dubai and gets locked up in a foreign country. Okay, Nazar didn't hear about the story. Hey, so look, real quick, I'm gonna share this video because there's actually an update on the whole situation,
Mm-hmm.
right? And we go talk about that too because there is an update. We definitely need to go over that. Right? She's a trucker. Con. All right, so let's get this real quick. Boom. All right, can y'all see that?
Gone.
All right, come. All right, so
this is a terrifying case. A family right now is desperately working to get a young woman home from overseas back here in the States. She was on vacation and it turned into a nightmare, and she has now spent months detained in Dubai. Social media influencer Tierra Young Allen has been detained since May after she got into a car accident in Dubai and then attempted to retrieve some personal belongings from a rental car company. And that's when things started to go sideways. The rental company worker told her that she needed to pay money in order to get her items back, including her ID, her credit card, and some other personal belongings. Tierra's mom says that the worker was aggressive and started screaming at Tierra. And Tierra then screamed back. She was charged with screaming in public, which is a crime in Dubai. Joining me now is Tierra's mother, Tina Baxter, and Houston community activist Quanell X. Thank you both for being here. It's shocking, it's stunning, it's terrifying. For you, Tina, this must be a nightmare. Tell me about the last time you heard from your daughter.
All right, so that's the story. The sister went over to Dubai. Right, and like brother put in the chat, she's a truck driver, right? But she goes over to Dubai and gets arrested and locked up. First of all, why are people feel like they can just go over to a foreign country and act any way that they want to act?
Slakia.
Come on.
First of all, especially when you're going into another country, you need to find out what laws and rules they got going on over there. Mm-hmm. Like, you ain't gonna go over to another country that you ain't never been in, that ain't the US, where it's like you're supposed to have freedom of speech and all that kind of stuff, and just talk any old kind of way or do whatever that you think you can do over there, because it's not sweet everywhere as it is over here. It ain't even sweet over here, to be honest.
Right.
Let alone you go to somebody else's country, like, Come on now.
Right. Go ahead, King.
They think a vacation is basically an extension of their home. You know what I mean? They feel like they're in their backyard. They're just, they're just chilling. The world, Slovakia. I'm from the Bahamas, so I don't mean no offense, but at the same time, I do mean offense, right? Americans act as if they own the world. You feel me? And when Americans would come to my country, oh, you can't tell them nothing. You feel me? Like they buy the islands and stuff, but they don't know that as me being from the Bahamas, 10 feet from the shore, anybody could walk on, regardless of whatever island it is. However remote you think your island is, I could walk on the beach on your island and you can't do nothing about it. But then, they would even try to have people escort you off the island or something like that if you did that. But see, in this example, this girl in Dubai, she thinking the American mentality. You got to switch that off when you go on the world, baby. You understand? Like, the world ain't the same as America. I've met people who think that America is the whole world and everything revolves around America. Every country in the world follows the what you all call it, amendments. The amendment, the first, second, third, fourth, all the amendments. They literally think that. I've met people who literally think that.
Hey, forget just going around in the rest of the world. Our women need to learn how to start conducting themselves here in the United States.
That's right.
Because you gonna do what comes natural to you. Mm-hmm. If she knew how to conduct herself over here, if she was conducting herself as the scriptures say for a woman, or show how a woman is supposed to be carrying herself, she wouldn't have been over there wilding out like that.
Thanks. Right.
Right? Give me Proverbs 16 and 32.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 16 and verse 32. He that is slow to anger is better than a mighty. And he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh a city.
Right? Hey, you gotta be able to control your spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Self-control. And our people are lacking self-control. This is wisdom. If she would have had some self-control over there, she wouldn't. And that happened back in May. So now the update on the story is that the sister, all praise to the Most High, has been released. She just got released. So she was in over there in a foreign jail for May, June, July. She was over there in jail for 3 months.
Crazy.
For 3 months, she was in a foreign jail because she could not control her spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not saying that it was cool what was going on. I'm not saying that they were in the right. I'm not saying that the fool should have raised his voice to her. What I'm saying is she should have had more control over her own spirit and not get into a shouting or arguing match with this man in a whole nother country, a country in which laws she is not familiar with, thinking that she can just act any way she want to act, or say anything that she wants to say, or because she has that entitlement, like a lot of our women do. You feel that you can just say whatever you want to a man. We had the incident in Chicago, and again, I'm not endorsing that. By no means. That nigga should not have put his hands on a woman. But the incident in Chicago, because a sister could not control her spirit, when the dude is telling her, basically, don't say nothing else to me, he told her, if you say something else, I'm finna put hands on you.
Mm-hmm.
Did that shut her up?
Nah.
La. And now what's happening? Now a dude done lost his life. Her 14-year-old son got a body on him. Who knows what psychologically what that's gonna do to that
young man? Yeah.
He catch a body for defending his mom, but his mom was the reason why he had to defend him.
Because she had no control over her spirit.
Thanks.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
And get a precept. And this is how most of our Israelite women are. Proverbs 7 and 11. She is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house. And that's how most of our women is. Because we know when we dealing with a woman, like we have to, we in a battle for real.
Thanks.
And I really hope this humbled this sister to the point where she come back home in a different spirit. But the thing is, when she come back home, she can be herself again. You see what I'm saying?
Thanks.
That's the problem.
The first thing she can do, I think the brother said she's a YouTuber. The first thing she can do is make a YouTube story time and talk about like how she feels like she was wronged and all that type of stuff, and like how they should never do that, X, Y, and Z. That's what they do, and they justify themselves.
And yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I really want to hear what she say about the incident. Like how she act, what she talk about, what she say. I want to see that.
Kind. And you know what's crazy is I say this all the time when I be when we out at camp and we're trying to address the sister and we speak to the sister. Sometimes I'm just speaking and the sister won't even look up and look at us or say hello, hey brother, how you doing? Nothing like that. But now we are the same brothers who would put our lives on the line to save them. Or we are the same brothers that they'll look to if one of these crackers hopped on them.
Right.
Was doing something. But then you don't even want to say hi. You know, and that's the problem. Or our sisters are just too damn mouthy.
Yeah, I just like when you came out here in Dallas and we had camp. You know how many sisters just walked by. You know, didn't say nothing. You know, couldn't even speak to you. So I mean, damn. Yeah, at least you can do is speak if you don't want to hear what we talking about.
Right. That's it. Just say hello.
Simple.
I mean, damn, sis. Is it that hard? I mean, every man ain't trying to get at you.
That's real.
And then we standing up with Bibles in our hands. I mean, come on, man. What they it says she's going to play victim. Yup. We know that. That's off top. She is going to play victim. Gary said they show video of her cutting on the couple and her boyfriend in the Airbnb. They showed a video of her cutting on the couple and her boyfriend in the Airbnb. Gary, you gonna have to word that one again too. What'd you say, Boaz?
Yeah, like basically like elaborate a little bit better on that or something, because I think what he might be getting at is like basically her coming down on her dude in the Airbnb and yelling at him or something like that. Maybe, I'm not 100% sure, but I do know they have video, and you might have seen it, Adawan, where she acted a certain kind of way in a whole nother country and was talking crazy to somebody. She was talking crazy to somebody else in another country. And then, of course, she went over to Dubai and was being foolish or whatever. And what somebody was showing is like, basically, this is repetitive behavior. How she acts, you know, because she was hollering at the dude on the boat saying, you better get this thing started or whatever like that, where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? We get it moving or something. And they went on the boat as like it was supposed to be a floating dinner or something like that. And of course, the boat, it had its complications and turned off. And she started yelling at the boatman who trying to get it back running so he can get y'all back to land. Like, how you gonna get mad at him for the boat having the complication?
Wow.
Salakia. Hey, was her dude with her when she went up there to that rental car place?
Probably.
Oh, yeah, like you said, probably not. Hey, you know what? I'm not even gonna say probably not. He could have been.
I think he was.
And as soon as she started popping off, he just kind of
pulled his head.
Yeah, and she probably mad about that. Like, why you ain't pop off with me, or you know, something like that. So I'm like, he using wisdom. You acting retarded.
Thanks.
And he probably trying to calm you down, and you mad because he trying to calm you down.
Right. Exactly. And so here's the article of her being released. So she just got released. This article was dated yesterday, August 8th. Right. Somebody read that for me, Baba Kashan.
A Houston woman was permitted to leave the United Arab Emirates and was reportedly on a flight headed back to the U.S. on Tuesday after months stuck in Dubai after being arrested for shouting in public during an argument with a car rental company. Social media influencer Tierra Allen, who posts online under the handle Sassy Trucker, boarded a flight to the U.S.
Hold on, Salaki. So first of all, the sister got her IG name as Sassy Trucker, right? And a lot of our women like to, she's sassy or I'm sassy. What the hell does sassy mean?
They idolize wickedness. I don't want.
And so watch this. Hold on, because I want to get her IG. I'm gonna pull her IG up.
So you giving a clout now? I don't want.
What happened?
You giving a clout now?
Oh no. Well, this ain't the kind of. This is the she. I want to give her this so our women know how not to act.
Right.
This is what this is. This is an example of how you are not supposed to act. It's like when you see a kid in the store. Do y'all remember? When kids would act up in the store and the parents wear their ass out inside the store.
Yeah.
Right.
Get it wherever you act up is where you get it.
Hey, that's where you get it, right? Because this is an example how you not supposed to act. So, like, if when I was smaller and I got an older sister, she's 7 years older than me, and she got her ass wore out one day in the store because she was cutting up. You think that didn't serve as an example?
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna have my mind right.
Yeah.
All right, so this is an example for our sisters who are supposed to be the teachers of younger women, how they should not behaving. An example to the young women how you should not behave. Our women need to know this. Let me get this pulled up. Watch this. So the word sassy, first of all, like I said, that in itself is crazy to me. But we're going to bring up the definition. So words have meanings.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to be careful about the adjectives that we use. The words that's prime example. You will never hear a brother in the truth refer to a sister as being a queen. Why?
Because original definition.
Yep. Anybody in the chat, I want y'all, if y'all know the original definition of the word queen, throw that in the chat if you know.
Drop it in the chat.
Drop it in the chat. So now look at this. So this is this woman's IG. First of all, look how she's dressed. Look at this post right here. Drive trucks in Dubai. Yeah, okay. Look how she carries herself.
Mm-hmm.
Look at what all these pictures. She's what? To me, it looked like you trying to. Hey, Nazar put it right there. A prostitute was a harlot, right? And that's what she looks like in all of these IG pictures. She looks like a harlot.
And you got a dude.
And you got a dude. And this is all that's on your IG. Right?
Salaki, the thing is, you driving trucks dressed like that. Like that's crazy. Like you have to load things, you have to secure things, and you dressing like that.
Yeah.
How's that even showing your professionalism?
Right.
You know, I work at a company. We got truck drivers coming there day in and day out. I ain't never seen them dress up like that. Appreciate. Crazy. Appreciate.
Bring it out.
God, it's the book of Sirach, chapter 26 and verse 9. Bring it out. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids.
And so the problem with our women is, hey, you feel like, hey, you gotta show everybody what you working with. You got a whole dude, you got a man, but you showing off your entire body, damn near, on Instagram. Like, why are you doing that? It's because our women have no self-control. Right? So now look at this. This is the definition, the Cambridge definition of sassy. It says rude and showing no respect.
Man,
that's crazy.
Why would you want to use that as an adjective to describe yourself?
I'm sorry, slap you.
Come on.
I shouldn't laugh, but yo, that in itself, you should be like, as far as characteristics of yourself, even when females be calling themselves a female dog.
Right. I'm a bad.
Yeah. Which is like, yo, like, do you realize what you're saying? But they done so much to where it's like, in y'all's mind, you have an altered definition of the word. Even though when you go look up the word by definition, it still goes back to the same thing.
Right.
Come on.
But see, the thing is, in the woman's mind, right, it's how you say it that makes it good. If you say it in a harsh way, she hates it. If you say it in a nice, pretty way, oh, it's not bad. You know, so that's why they put those titles like, oh, I'm a bad bee, right? Because it sounds prideful. You know what I mean?
They've made it acceptable.
They made it acceptable. God.
And that's what we have to correct as a nation. So this is all about nation building, right? We need to rebuild our nation.
Right.
Let me get Proverbs 18 and 21. Because y'all think that words don't have meaning. Y'all think that you can just say whatever you want. You feel like, oh yeah, I'm a bad itch. Right? I'm sassy. I'm a sassy trucker. Right? Hey, words have meaning. Come on, bring that out.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 18 and verse 21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof.
Hey, you're going to have to deal with the consequences of the words that you speak.
Right.
It's a death and life is in the power of the tongue. So you calling yourself sassy, rude, is what that word comes back to. Hey, she had no control over her spirit. Hey, so when dude raised his voice, now I don't know the full story. We don't know the full story. But hey, if she had control of her spirit, but she done already put it in the atmosphere, hey, nah. And in fact, hey, Captain Judah had put something in the chat. I want to go back and bring that up. Because this is the spirit that she had.
It's a lock, yeah.
You can't tell me. Yeah, go ahead, King.
Mm-hmm. And she probably be giving a dude hell. You know what I'm saying? She probably just reacting like how she would regularly react to her own damn dude. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I'm holding that precept too for you, Shemai.
Right. Go to Proverbs 13. Proverbs 13 and 2.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 13, verse 2. I read. If my page stops sticking. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 13, verse 2. A man shall eat good by the fruit of his mouth, but the soul of the transgressors shall eat violence.
Come on.
He that keepeth his mouth keepeth his life, but he that openeth wide his lips shall have destruction.
Right. Hey, and that's what happened in this situation. She could not keep her mouth shut.
Mm-hmm.
She had to open up her mouth. She had to, hey, just like Captain Judah said, she was on that spirit, like, oh, you can't tell me SHIT. Who you think you are talking to me like that?
Okay.
I'm a sassy trucker from the United States.
Yeah.
My bills are paid. I'm an independent, strong black woman. Who you think you talking to? That's the spirit.
Mm-hmm.
That's that strong black woman spirit. And look what it got her black ass.
Yeah.
Got her locked up for 3 months.
In a strong jail.
Come on.
I got a precept out of it.
Let's get it.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 28, verse 12. If thou blow the spark, it shall burn. If thou spit upon it, it shall be quenched. Mm-hmm. And both these come out of thy mouth. Mm-hmm. You can't shout in public in Dubai. She was blowing on that spark extra hard. Guess what? BB say, jail. Welcome. Goodbye. Come on, like, use your mind. Think.
Right.
You have that self-control. That self-control is important for you to conduct your life. That's why these laws. Go ahead.
Knox said he got the definition of queen queued up.
Pull that up. Yeah, let's get that.
Well, yeah, he in the background.
Holding it down.
Ninja Nut.
And he got it with the word entomology definition. Let's go. It reads, Middle English queen, a woman, a low-born woman. From Old English queen, woman, also female, serf, hussy, prostitute.
Wow. But I wouldn't want to call themselves queens.
Right.
I'm a queen. And don't even know what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Don't even have an understanding of what you are calling yourself. You know, and hey, I've been rapping with the brother Gary for the past couple of days, right? Or actually for, you know, we talk, but he's looking into something, and it's got him looking into definitions. And so, like in the Black Law Dictionary, right? The Black Law Dictionary, it got the definitions of legal words or just words in general, or legal concepts. And it's things that we don't understand actually what's being said. And it's like when you get a contract and it got all that, you know, legal wording in it. They put things in there that you're not going to understand. First of all, they know what it means, but you don't necessarily know what it means. And now you sign a contract, you're bound to the contract, even though you may not have known what was being said. Hey, you still sign the contract.
Right.
So it's like, even though you think that a queen is the wife of the king, you actually have no idea of where that word really originates from, where that word comes from, the true meaning of that word. Right. And again, there's death and life is in the power of the tongue. Right. So we have to control we have to control, and this is not just specifically geared towards ladies as far as controlling your spirit. Of course, that goes for the men too.
Right.
But we have to control our spirits and be careful about the things that we say. And not a brother put it in the chat. You don't have to respond to everything. You do not have to respond to everything.
That's right.
Right? Everything does not require a response. Everything, you don't have to have an answer back for everything that is said. You know, in fact, grab Proverbs 21 and 23. Because women nowadays feel like they need to have something to say back to everything. And I be having to get on my youngest daughter about this. When I tell her to do something, and she feels like she always got to have a word back. I'll be done popped her in her mouth. Be like, hey,
that's right.
Be quiet. If I tell you to do something, just do it. I don't need word back for everything. But again, you know, that training starts at home. Like it says in Deuteronomy, hey, we're supposed to be going over the law with our kids. In the morning, at night, we're supposed to be talking about them. We're supposed to be teaching them. We're supposed to be training them up.
Facts.
We train them up so that way when they go overseas to Dubai, they don't act like an ass and get thrown into prison. Read that for me.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 21 and verse 3.
No, 23.
Chapter 21 and 23.
Come.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 21 and verse 23. Whoso keepeth his mouth and his tongue, keepeth his soul from troubles.
Hey, if she would have just shut the hell up, she would not have ended up in that prison, in that jail. You know, and I say this all the time. What the acronym that they say Bible stands for: basic instructions before leaving earth.
Right.
Hey, these are basic instructions. This is wisdom. Woman, shut up.
Right.
You know, our women start moving their neck. They start doing that thing with their neck, and they start snapping their fingers,
popping they whatever.
They neck and all that.
Yeah.
Right.
Bobblehead or whatever.
Start clapping their ass.
Come on, man.
You can't tell me.
Salakia. I got a precept real quick.
Yup.
I got a precept after whoever.
I got a precept after this guy.
Come on, let's get it.
And when you was talking about it, it come from home. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 16 and verse 44. Behold, everyone that uses proverbs shall use this proverb against thee, saying, as is the mother, so is the daughter. Right. So she's probably learned it. Well, I guarantee she learned it from the house. And like the women that's around her, you know what I'm saying? And then I never understood why women, like men, were taught not to hit women at all, no matter what.
Right.
But women are taught, if you hit him, you can do whatever you want. But if you hit him, he's not supposed to hit you at all. You can do whatever you want, but he's not supposed to touch you. I never understood why you just can't teach the woman not to hit the man, and the man not to hit the girl. You know what I'm saying?
It's fair.
Yeah. That'll cut out a lot of stuff. And
Hey,
the thing,
punching bag.
yeah, and the thing about it is, America backs that up because a woman can beat on a dude, cops come, dude going to jail. He ain't even touch it.
Facts.
Right. Right.
Facts. Yeah.
You still have the precept?
Yeah, I got a precept. Actually, I got a couple precepts. I got a precept, I got a disclaimer, and I got another precept.
Yeah, disclaimer.
For real, you know. But the first precept is Proverbs 17:28. It says, "Even a fool, when he holdeth his peace, is counted wise." Right? And you know, it's like, yo, you sassy trucker, you a fool for real. Yeah. But if you would have held your peace, you would have been counted as wise, and you would have been back in the U.S. several months before now.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? But it says, and he that shutteth his lips is esteemed a man of understanding, right? So sometimes you gotta, it's not wise to always run your mouth or to say something for real. Like Adawan is saying, sometimes you just gotta shut up. Even as men, sometimes we gotta shut up. You feel me? My one of my close friends was talking about how his wife, who got all of his children, he got another one on the way, all praise be to the Most High. But he was talking about how his girl would get him in situations where he got to fight Negroes for her. And he like, you know, like you can't keep going on just having these battles where it's like you say something ignorant to the nigga and then the nigga turn around and he throw out a name that you don't find respective because the man said it, but your girlfriend can say it to you, right?
Right.
And now your man, you looking at him like,
you gonna do something?
You feel me?
Yo, Salagia, real quick, just to hit on that point, yo. So it was an incident. This was years ago, way before I came into the truth, probably about 12 years ago. But me and my rib, we was out, coming from the Olive Garden. She had forgot something in the store. I'm in the car. She forgot something in Olive Garden. She comes back to the car. Says, these dudes, they just called me a B." Now, of course, me, I'm like, well, now I got to look up. So now I swoop up on the dudes, and I'm like, and not like feeling like back then I was feeling like I was that nigga. But you know, I'm getting at them. It's dudes in the car. I'm like, you know, checking them. I'm checking them like, hey, nah, bruh. You know, woo. You know what I'm saying? I'm hopping out the car. The dude's like, hey, man, calm down. It's just a female. It's just a female, bro. Hey, we apologize. But it's like, that could have went all the way left.
Right.
You know, hey, I could have ended up getting stumped out.
Or shot.
Right, or shot. All because she want to open and run her mouth because she knows I'm there. And then when they say something, now I gotta do something. Right? But go ahead back, Boaz.
So this is the disclaimer I was going to come with, Adawan, because you know, most situations when these things be coming out, women go, you know, they feel like they being attacked. How can we not get on the brothers? Well, this is why this is coming out. This is 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 8. It says, but if any provide not for his own house, especially for those of his own house, he have denied the faith and is worse than an infidel. So that's what we trying to do as brothers, as leaders. Of course, the men's supposed to be doing that. And if you got brothers, men, husbands, somebody, they need to be sitting right next to you and watching it with you so they can learn these things. That way they can do what they're supposed to do to get their household in order.
Right.
But as far as it goes, because they don't know right now, that's what they got us for. You know what I'm saying? But going back to some of the precept that I was going to, which like Adawan was talking about, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes a woman got to be quiet. 1 Timothy 2:11, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. Now, I know a lot of people might, that they can find that frustrating. I've been doing a lot of thinking lately, Adawan. I ain't even going to lie. And sometimes my question been like, why does it say that? Like, why does the Most High say it like that? And then I'm thinking about women who be like, oh, y'all just want us to shut up and be quiet or whatever like that. Like in some cases, yes, y'all need to shut up. You know what I'm saying? Some situations, because you don't know how to speak, when to speak, how to deliver it kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? And then when you do speak, you don't know how to speak as a lady because you might not have been trained in the household correctly, like the scripture that Shemaiah brought out, as far as how the mother is how the daughter would be also. The mom probably didn't teach you how to speak as a woman, for real, for real. She probably taught you with the perception of what she thinks how you should speak as a woman, especially talking to a man. But even that's not right, for real. If it was, you wouldn't have men reacting the way that they do with you.
Right.
Hey, Salaki.
Hey, shalom.
Hey, shalom. Hey, you know how to get in here on this topic.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm playing. But in all seriousness, right? In all seriousness, we got to understand that for every action, there's a reaction. For everything that we do wrong, for every sin, there's always a recompense for that. We got to understand in this particular lesson, our sisters need to take what they need to take from this is this. Our sisters got destroyed for this.
Right.
For the sassiness, for the disrespect, for the you can't tell me this is what they got. And let's read it. Let's go to Isaiah 3:16 real quick.
Thanks.
Oh, yeah. Classic.
And when you get to the end of it, you're going to see, because there's another conversation that a lot of our sisters have. Well, we don't have no strong leaders. Our men ain't being leaders, this, that, and the third. Well, guess what? We always take the blame, right? And we should. We the men, right? But guess what? If you read it, you will see that because of you, because of your haughtiness, because you don't want to listen, because you want to tell your man what you is and ain't going to do, right? Something happened to your leaders as a result, as a punishment for this. Let's read it.
It's the book of Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 16. Moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty.
Stop. We don't know what the word haughty is, right? Because we don't use that word, right? The word haughty, I'm going to bring it up on the screen just so don't nobody think I'm lying. So don't nobody think that I'm telling the story. I'm going to put it on the screen, right? Read that again.
Moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty.
Because the daughters of Zion are arrogant. They act as if they are superior, disdainful, proud, vain, conceited, snobbish, stuck up, pompous. Do we need to keep going? This is the definition. This is the definition of haughty, right? Keep going.
Fine. And walk with stretched forth necks.
And this is that pride. This is the 3 snaps in the neck roll.
Right.
Go ahead.
Stretch forth necks and wanton eyes.
Wanton is seductive eyes, right? Let's look it up. Let's just look it up, right? Let's look it up. So my bad. Seductive or sensual glances, mincing. It's going to say that, right? Go ahead.
Walking and mincing as they go. And making a tinkling with their feet. Therefore, the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion.
So this is the second Deuteronomy 28 for the sisters right here. Because you acted like this, all these things gonna happen. So I want you to read it. I want you to read from there through 24. Just read it quick.
And the Lord will discover their secret parts. In that day, the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet and their calls and their round tires like the moon, the chains and the bracelets and the mufflers, the bonnets and the ornaments of the legs and the headbands and the tablets and the earrings the rings, the nose jewels, the changeable suits of apparel, and the mantles, and the wimples, and the crisping pins, the glasses, and the fine linen, and the hoods, and the veils. And it shall come to pass that instead of a sweet smell, there shall be stink, and instead of a girdle, a rent, and instead of well set hair, baldness, and instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty.
Okay, stop now. So all of these things had to happen to our sisters because they decided to be haughty, stuck up. You can't tell me anything, right? You conform to my agenda, not yours. Forget 1 Corinthians 11. You do what I tell you to do, or you're not going to be happy. These are the results of that, right? But they always love to say, well, I can't follow a man if he ain't going to be a good leader. And if he don't know how to be, watch what the next result is for your disobedience, for you acting like this. Watch this.
Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty men in the war.
Okay, great. Next verse.
And her gates shall lament and mourn.
Who are the gates? What are the gates?
The leaders, the head.
The leadership. The leadership lament and mourn. Go ahead.
And she being desolate shall sit upon the ground.
And as a result, you sit on the ground, you in a lower state. Sisters, you can change your whole narrative about yourself. Your happiness, right? You can change all of these things about yourself. The leadership that you say that we lack, you can help that. So instead of blaming the man all the time for the lack of leadership, read this verse. You can change that. Shalom.
Come on. Hey, that was a solid point. And in fact, you know what? Let's go to Genesis for me. Get Genesis 2:20. Right? Because that all comes back down to curses that was ultimately put on us. Right? So we have to start to reverse these curses. Generational curses that's on our people. Right? But this curse goes way back. Right? Give me Genesis 2 and verse 20.
Okay. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 2, verse 20. And Adam gave names to all cattle.
Oh, Salaki, my fault. I need Genesis 3. Genesis 3 and 16.
Okay. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband.
Right? It says, your desire is going to be unto your husband. Now, if you could, Baba Kasha, I need this in the NLT translation. Give me the NLT or the ESV. I need one of those. Right? In fact, if you can get pull them both up, that'll be great as well too. But a lot of times, you know, we don't, well, I'm not gonna say a lot of times, but people don't really have an understanding of what this verse is really saying. Right? How would that be a curse for the woman to desire her husband? Did y'all, have you ever stopped and thought about how is that a curse for the woman to desire her husband? That makes no sense, right? So that has to be saying something else. Or it must mean something else. All right, Khan, the water. Read that in the NLT.
Khan, it says, this is Genesis chapter 3, verse 16 in the NLT. Then he said to the woman, I will sharpen the pain of your pregnancy, and in pain you will give birth. and you will desire to control your husband.
Wait, hold on. To what?
To control your husband.
To do what the husband says.
To control your husband.
To listen to what your husband tells you.
To control your husband. And you will desire to control your husband, but he will rule over you.
That is a curse. That is why women do not want to listen to their husbands. Right? Your curse is you want to be in control. Y'all don't. That's why I said your strength, the real show of your strength is when you are submissive. When you are obedient. And for the most part, you stay obedient to one of our sisters. Hey, that's like holy water to a vampire.
Yeah. You're trying to control me.
Right.
That's real.
They not trying to hear that. Puerto Rican woman. Oh, hey, Mexican woman, black woman. Man, our sisters. Oh, when you tell a woman to a woman of our nation be obedient, man, her eyes go start rolling. You go, it's like, man, hey, call an exorcist. We need an exorcism over here.
Yeah, they hate Ephesians 5.
Right?
No, they hate that. Be in subjection to be submissive in all subjection.
That's right. They hey, sisters, the whole point of this is you sisters, you have to get out of that mentality of not wanting to listen to your husband. You have to get out of that mentality. Well, if he knew how to lead, I'd follow. No, it's not if he knew how to lead. That's not your job. You were told to be submissive. You were told to be in subjection. You were told the order. The man is the head over the woman. That's the order to things. Now, do me a favor. Grab that in the ESV. I want that same verse, the exact same verse, but I want it in the ESV because I like the way the ESV reads also.
I got a precept out of one.
Come on, bring it up.
And this is the book of Hebrews, chapter 13 and verse 17. It says, obey them that have the rule over you, and submit yourselves, for they watch for your souls, as they must give account, that they may do it with joy and not with grief, for that is unprofitable for you. So when the time comes, you know what I'm saying, brothers is going to have to give an account for this, right? And what good is it to look when a brother's sitting up there and, you know, the angel of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, asks for giving an account for this woman. And this woman, she was giving a brother a hard time, being difficult, not thinking about this man is my king, and I should respect him as he is my king. You know what I'm saying? I should talk to him a certain kind of way, because the way that I choose to talk to him is the way I'm gonna be. He'll receive whatever I'm saying, and he'll respond to me in a way that he shows me that he respects me as well. But now we up on the stand and we talking about how this woman gave you such a hard time.
All right.
That's not going to look. It's not going to look good in the end.
Like you to let me back off what was said earlier. They act like we have to do everything we supposed to do first before they do what they supposed to do.
Right.
Hence the excuse or justification why they don't do what they supposed to do. See what I'm saying? And that's a snare, and that's gonna get them destroyed thinking like that.
Right. The benefit of the doubt is always on the woman. The man is always accountable for his actions, never her. So you are always on the hot seat as the man, because any action she does is the result of what you did to her.
Mm-hmm.
It's never nothing that she comes equipped with. It's what you did. I wouldn't have gone out with the girls if you had been here with me. That accountability is something that's lacking, and you know, and our women just abuse that.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, yo, read that in the ESV.
This is Genesis 3:16 in the ESV. To the woman he said, I will surely multiply your pain in childbearing. In pain you shall bring forth children. Your desire shall be contrary to your husband.
Right? He said, your desire is going to be contrary to your husband.
Yo, that's a cut. That's a cool
right?
cut.
Hey, what does contrary mean?
Against.
Right? If contrary is going in the opposite direction.
Facts.
That's big facts.
That's
cool.
Hey, the water. Read that.
Contrary, opposite in nature, direction, or meaning.
Opposite in nature, direction, or meaning. Hey, the husband said we going to left, but no, I want to go right.
Exactly.
But
that's contrary.
Salakia.
No, that second definition hit home.
Oh, bring that one out.
Perversely inclined to disagree or to do the opposite of what is expected or desired. You can't make this up, folks. right here. That is what we talking about right now.
Thanks.
Go ahead, Shemai. You had something?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, the thing about it is they get praised for doing this, for being contrary.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He don't run you. You can do whatever you want to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They get praised for doing that. And they get looked down upon for being submissive or listening to their spouse. Like that's crazy.
Right.
It's just you two in a relationship, but outside people will either praise you or look down on you for something, for what you supposed to be doing. They look down on you and they praise you for stuff you not supposed to be doing.
Right.
Slakia. This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 3 verse 1. Likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your own husbands, that if any obey not the word, they also may without the word be won by the conversations of the wives. I got a problem not with the scripture, but with how our women act. So when you have a sister and she surrounds herself by women who are unrighteously living, that conversation of the wives is going to be to the husband's detriment.
Right.
If the wife does not surround herself with good company, she is going to fall victim to bad decisions.
Right.
That's like that sister in Dubai. She didn't know screaming was against the law. But period, why you need to scream when you could talk?
Right.
That right there is one of the reasons why our women are having such a hard time, because they surround themselves by women who are like-minded, that are actually walking contrary to the will of the Most High, because that's the way the world's going.
Right.
You understand? So it's easier to surround yourselves by women who will not correct your actions, but they rather be in the company of women who support their actions. Yeah, girl, you could go. He shouldn't be talking to you like that, girl. You right. You should leave him. You know, don't listen to what he's saying. Can't tell you what to do. God,
and the thing about it is, you can always find a cheerleader to help you. I mean, not help you, but You would always find a cheerleader, even though you dead wrong.
Here you are.
Dead wrong. You can always find a cheerleader and say you was right about that.
The pom
and make you feel good about it. And here you gonna do it again.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now you at the house thinking you right, all puffed up and stuff against your own husband or wife or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So don't let outside people affect your relationship, man. I say this all the time.
Right.
Real quick, to the point that Shemaiah said earlier about the women look for the men to do their part right so they can be right. There's an example in the Bible of a woman who did her part regardless if her man was operating in the right place. There is a story in the Bible, and I know if they know it, if anybody knows it, drop the book and chapter in the chat, because really sisters should know this. Matter of fact, you should study this, because how the sister was operating, she could have came with the spirit that brothers is talking about how women operate today.
You talking about well, I ain't gonna say it, but give a hint. Talking about King David.
Yep. Yep. You in the right area, King.
God.
But that whole story, that story is solid as far as like meditating on your spirit as a sister, as a woman, and being in a meek, humble, and submissive place, especially when it comes to dealing with things, when it comes to your house, your man, and children, and so forth. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't have Proverbs 31 up on your profile and stuff like that.
Right.
But at the same time, you like a lion or a dragon in the house with your man.
Right. Come on. So I mean, that goes all back to the point of strength. Woman, your strength is in your submissiveness.
Facts.
All day.
We just seen the curse was for you to go contrary to what the man says.
Mm-hmm.
So when you are doing that, you are fulfilling the curse.
Facts.
That's right.
You're doing exactly what the adversary wants you to do.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing exactly what the devil, and we know the devil. When I'm speaking about the devil, I'm speaking about Esau right now.
Right.
Because it was them that put forth the agenda about this strong, independent woman. It's Esau that pushes this agenda that women don't need a man, and who's eating it up? It's our women. It's our nation of people that's eating this up and that's running with it, because the other nations don't do that.
So
the other nations aren't buying into that narrative. They're not falling for the banana in the tailpipe.
Right.
They got sense. They know that, hey, a house divided can't stand.
Mm-hmm.
But now if you're going contrary, that's division. Hey, he said he wanted to do it like this, but I don't want to do it that way. You know, like I said, it's always easy to submit when you agree with something.
Mm-hmm.
But when you don't agree, well, that's the test for your submission.
Right.
That's the test to see if you are really a submissive person. If you're really a submissive woman. If you disagree with everything that was just said, but you know what? Hey, that's my head. He said it. That's what it is. That's submission. Hey, you had said Salakia?
Yeah, no. I said Salakia. Dang. This brother here asked me a question. I forgot what I was gonna say. Dang. Just come back.
Yeah, I got a precept. Proverbs 15:1. A soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. And that kind of led me off the precept Boaz brought out earlier. I think it was Boaz. a soft answer would turn away wrath. Like with the story that he talking about, it was the woman who kept David from, going ham. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
He said everybody puts against the wall.
Did anybody drop that in the chat? Matter of fact,
yeah, they did.
Okay,
I think 613.
Okay. Slakia, go ahead, King.
Oh yeah, I'm done.
Oh, okay, kind of. So ladies, your submission, and Boaz said it. Every woman, want to call themselves Proverbs 31 woman, right? Every woman, oh yeah, I'm Proverbs 31. What does that mean?
Right.
When you're saying, oh, I'm a Proverbs 31, right? Because a lot of sisters got that on their profiles, Proverbs 31. But how many are truly Proverbs 31 women? Let's give me that. Give me Proverbs 31 and start at verse 10.
Said verse 10.
In fact, yeah. Hold that, because I wanted to get this on submission, and then we go roll through this Proverbs 31 really quick. But we was talking about submission, right?
Mm-hmm.
How, again, for our women, hey, when you say submit, hey, that's like a dagger to them. It's like you stab them in the heart.
Yeah. You want a slave. That's what you want. You want a slave.
Right. And so now watch this video. And I ain't even gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna show the video and let y'all see it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Can y'all see that?
Uh-oh.
Right?
Oh boy, y'all gotta see this. It just let's roll it.
In sickness, and in health, to love, cherish, and to obey.
We didn't talk about that one in council.
We did talk about that in council. Yes, we did. So you want me to repeat that again? You want to just keep going?
I think we can keep going.
All right.
Now, how off is that? This is their wedding day. And this sister, when the preacher said and submit, that sister didn't want to say it, right? And then
that's what it was.
And the husband laughed.
Yeah,
right? He laughed out of embarrassment, and that's because he like, yo, how embarrassing would that have been? And then the crowd, everybody that's in the audience, they laughing too. But this ain't funny.
It's not.
Not at all.
What is funny about that?
I'd have left.
Everybody, but you might just pack up. Everyone go.
Yep.
Right.
I'm gonna start at verse 3.
I'm with you. God, bring that up.
Are you ready?
Yeah, Con, get it.
Proverbs chapter 31 and verse 3. Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyed kings.
Yo, that brother was destroyed right there in that instance.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He gave his strength to that woman. Why would she feel like that's okay to embarrass this man like that on your wedding day? Let's say fine, you don't believe it, but you feel it's okay to embarrass him like that?
Yo, Slacky, I'm sorry.
Come on.
And she doubled down on the embarrassment.
Yes.
When the pastor said to her, "Do you want me to say it again?" She was like, "No, keep going."
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not even gonna. Yo, that was crazy to me. She had a chance to redeem herself. She could have called that a joke. She was just joking. She was just kidding. But nah, she doubled down on it. So she definitely ain't submitted to that man.
Oh no, he finna have hell.
He didn't have straight hell.
She said that with a straight face.
Yeah.
No, we can move on.
Right.
Yo, that's crazy.
Like, hold on. Now we ain't talk about that. And you saw the hair roll.
Yeah, he gonna check in.
All that eyes going.
That's the yo. The women go contrary to what the man say. This is a prime example. I feel sorry for the dude. Hey, Ryan said, "Hey, he gonna cry in the car."
Right. Hey, wasn't there more on that video though?
Hold on.
She went further with it.
Hold on.
Yes, she did.
I see that part,
bruh. That was the first half because it was like, oh, obey, and the pastor was like, yeah, we talked about this in the meeting, and then something else came up.
There is some more. Hold on. Let me get that.
Listen.
Look at that.
I couldn't have laughed like that, man. I'd have been like you see how serious my face is. Like,
yeah, I had a straight mug.
You going.
I'd be like this dude right here on the screen. If she had said that in the black shirt, like that'd be my face right there.
Right.
Like, you want submit?
Funny is that what is it with some of you that you just do not want to respect your man? You don't want to respect him. You don't like to apologize. You don't like to say, "I'm sorry. I'm wrong." You don't want to come underneath the leadership of a man because you think you equal to men. They told you are just like men. You can do anything that men do. You're just like a man. But then when men start putting that responsibility on you like a man, why you treat me that way? I'm a woman. I'm not no man. Well, why you want to act like one? But for me personally, that was just so disrespectful. And I would have told that brother, look, brother, no, not her. She gonna be hell on wheels to you. If she can't even say that she will obey you, she can't say it. That means you got a problem. And I don't understand the rebellion that's in our community with some, now I didn't say all, with some of these sisters out here. Why are you so freaking rebellious?
Right.
Why? You have no problem obeying your white supervisor or your white boss.
That part.
You ain't got no problem obeying them. You don't give them no mouth. You don't get sassy. Nothing. If they tell you go here, you go. If they tell you sit down, you sit down. If they tell you report is due. You question nothing. But if your brother in the community or your man who is a brother tell you anything, it's a problem. And that's an issue for a lot of black men, is that y'all don't respect black men because it's like y'all kind of, unfortunately, been kind of bred in a way, and I'm gonna say bred in a way because when you constantly seeing an issue and a problem like, it's because it's not that the women look better or the women are better. It's not that. It is when they go these other places.
I can't find the other half. What happened in the other half of it?
The other half, he basically he's going through the vows and he said something else, and she straight up and was like, "No, I'm not doing that. I'm not saying that."
Wow.
Damn, like, she straight up said that?
He straight up, like plain as day, was like, "Nah."
I'd have straight up told her that I ain't doing it.
Right. I'm going home.
Because that's not, see, here's the thing. Slug here. I got a pet peeve. A woman wants you to get her a whole ring that costs about $10,000 to $20,000, $30,000. Right? Get down on one knee and do this elaborate event for you to propose to her to say that, hey, I want you as my wife. So basically, you're idolizing her and calling her the prize.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas it's an honor for a woman to have a husband, right? Because Isaiah 4:1 tells you that there's going to come a time where 7 women will take hold to one man, and the man doesn't even have to give him raiment. They're going to provide that. They just want to be called by his name. The Most High wants a man to find a wife. You understand? But the fact that a woman now, she has a husband and she doesn't even want to do what the Most High commanded her to do.
Right.
That is crazy.
I found it.
That is crazy.
I'm gonna send it to I'm about to send it to you, Arwan.
Send it to Knock.
Not kind.
I actually got another video too. It was with the sister. She I guess she was talking to her husband, baby father, something like that. And she was basically laying the rules of what they was gonna do. It's a video that boiled my blood a little bit because of the haughtiness of her speech. I don't know if I'm gonna just show it from my phone. I don't know if you saw that video.
No lie, I ain't seen that.
All right, I'm sending it now.
Look, I like what Sister Jacqueline said. She said he chose her for her looks and sex, not for her loyalty or her talents as a helper, right? And in fact, that goes back to Genesis, where it says that the Most High created for Adam and help meet, right? And then, you know, when we look at that word, what was that precept that you had pulled? Yeah. Was that Peter?
First Timothy 5:8.
Yeah, to be in subjection, right? Well, the woman is supposed to be into subjection to her husband.
Oh, you talking about Ephesians 5?
Nice only brought that up.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, subjection. What does that mean to be in subjection? Right.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, yo, I got this pulled up real quick. I'm going to go ahead and share this screen because again, this is hard for our women. But the reason why it's hard, in fact, I'm not going to say the reason why it's hard, but because it's hard, this is where your strength really lies. Your strength lies in you being able to submit. That's where your strength is. Right? This is what that word means. Look, it says to arrange under, to subordinate, to subject, put in subjection, to subject oneself, obey what the sister said she wasn't going to do. I'm not going to obey. No, we can skip past that. To submit to one's control, to yield to one's admonish or advice. Again, to obey, be subject. Woman, that is where your strength is. When you can listen to your head, you listen to your husband. Your husband said, no, I don't think that's a good idea. We're not going to do that. You don't give him no lip. You know, oh, well, see, none of that. Okay, you can give your opinion. You can give your advice. I mean, you should be there. You to be there to be able to give your opinion to your head. You know, in some situations, maybe you might know more. One thing that I like to, one example I always like to use is maybe being organized. All right, so like me, my organization is terrible. But if my rib is good at organization, hey, babe, can you help me out with this? Can you do this? Or if she has some advice, you think I'm not going to listen to it if I know that she's better at organization than I am? If I know that she's better in certain areas than I am, I'd be a fool not to listen. But at the end of the day, let's say she does say something and I say, nah, I don't like that. We gonna go the opposite direction. Your job then is, okay, it's not to put up a fight. It's not to argue. It's to be in subjection and to obey. Y'all got to stop looking at that as being a bad word. Y'all got to stop looking at that as having a bad connotation associated with it.
Salakia.
Go ahead, Shmai.
And the thing about it is, they think obeying is just them. we have to obey Yahweh and Yahweh.
Right.
You know, that being in subjection, so being submissive, we have to do it too.
Right.
They act like it's just them. So you think Yahweh trying to make us a slave? No, that's our righteousness. You see what I'm saying? And just like 1 Samuel 15:22, it's better to be obedient than sacrifice. Obedience is better than sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? So it's just not they act like it's just them, like they have to obey. They the only ones have to obey, but it's all of us. We all have to obey. We all have to be in subjection. See what I'm saying?
And real quick, just to let me on that point. Grab 1 Corinthians 7:22.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 7, verse 22. And it reads, "For he that is called in the Lord, being a servant, is the Lord's freeman. Likewise, also he that is called, being free, is Christ's servant."
Right? Hey, we are servants to Christ. So, hey, is it a bad thing to like, hey, didn't Paul say, man, I'm a slave? I become a slave? Y'all look at it, man, in the wrong light. It should be an honor for y'all to want to do for your husband.
Thanks.
Just like it's an honor to be able to go out to camp and to teach people and to talk about the word and to go over the word. Hey, I'm a slave to that. I got no choice. I got to go out on the Shabbat and teach. Hey, I got to go over the scriptures with the family. I become a slave to that. I don't look at that as a bad thing. Right? Even in the scripture says that everything that you do it as you're doing it unto Christ.
Right.
So if you serving your husband, hey man, come on, man. Y'all gotta get out of that mentality, and y'all gotta stop letting these hurt women tell you how you're supposed to conduct yourself.
Right.
And how you're supposed to carry yourself. Right? We gotta get away from that, man.
We gotta let the world quit telling you how to be. You see what I'm saying?
Right. That's the magazines. 15 ways to know that your man loves you.
Right.
You know, that's the word right there. That's the indoctrination.
Mm-hmm. Salaki Yadawan not got that pulled up.
All right, come on, let's get it.
I misspoke. It wasn't she said no. It had to do when the line comes up about rich or poor.
Okay. I ain't seen that part yet.
Yeah, that was the beginning of the video, and then it goes into the part about obey, and she was just like, we just gonna skip right over that.
Okay.
But if he can, go ahead and pull that up, King Baba Kasha.
For worse.
For richer.
For richer.
For poor.
For poorer.
For poor.
For poorer.
For poorer.
Look at this foolish face, man.
We hit that snag about 20 times in counseling. Brill made it very clear to Jonathan, you cannot be broke. And in health.
And in health.
To love.
To love.
Cherish.
Cherish.
And to obey.
We didn't talk about that one in counseling.
We did talk about that in counseling. Yes, we did. So you want me to repeat that again? You want to just keep going?
I think we can keep going. For work.
I got a precept.
Wow. Come on.
I got a precept on that statement. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 26 and verse 4. It says, whether a man be rich or poor, if he have a good heart toward the Lord, he shall at all times rejoice with a cheerful countenance. There is nothing about that says that man is going to have a cheerful countenance, man. because it's like you gonna struggle all the time. And then that same thing, if he go broke, then what? What's she gonna do? She gonna ask for a divorce? What happened to two are better than one? For if thy fellow fall, you know what I'm saying? One be there to help him up. Ecclesiastes, right?
Right.
I'm butchering that, but you know.
Oh yeah, Ecclesiastes 4.
Kind of like that's what we supposed. Like it says, you know what I'm saying? He that findeth a wife. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it real quick. It's in Sirach 36.
Oh, okay. I thought you was going to he findeth a good thing.
Sirach 36 and 24 says, he that getteth a wife beginneth a possession. So now you a possession. So when brothers be like, yeah, you my wife, you belong to me. Yes, that's right. A help like unto himself and a pillar of rest. You're supposed to be a help to the brother. Like when a brother goes down, you're supposed to be able to lift him up. I ain't saying throw him over your shoulder and carry him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Come on now.
Oh, so you want to play it then?
Yo, but that goes back to the whole Proverbs 31. Give me Proverbs 31 and 10. Because this goes back to it. And like Judah said, hey, that brother should have walked, he should have deaded that. Because that marriage is going to be nothing but problems. He's going to be that brother that don't want to go home. Like it says in Sirach. He's not gonna, he'll get off of work and he gonna go sit in his car by the park. Like, God, I gotta go home. Don't let him make less money than her.
Oh man, it's over with.
Oh man,
yeah, it's a wrap.
He gonna be like, he gonna go home and sit in his car for 30 minutes before he go in the house.
Facts.
And then he can sigh before he walk through the door.
Right? Where you been? I've been waiting on you to get here so I can go out with my girls.
Yeah, and to Judah point, yeah, he should have embarrassed her ass and walked out.
Say, hey, it's a wrap. Yup. Just left at the altar.
Yeah.
But then, hey, just the way everybody was laughing about what she was doing, you think they would have laughed at that?
Right.
Oh, that nigga, he would have been all kind of niggas and work
man.
And no good and low down.
But we promote that.
Every name in the book. Everybody would have tried to console her. Oh, baby, don't you will get a better man. He wasn't right for you no way.
Hey, she probably go bang one of his friends and put it on social media or something.
Man, come on, man. Let's get that. Read that. Proverbs 31 and 10.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 31 and verse 10. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies.
Hey, her price is far above rubies. Right? A virtuous woman, man. There's no amount of money that can compare to her. Right? That's number one. There's no amount of money that can compare to this woman. Read.
Verse 11, the heart of her husband doeth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil.
Hey, that man trusting in everything about her. She can be trusted. Hey, that woman, you can't trust that woman.
Right.
The way, hey, in sickness and health, the look that she gave, you think I'm going to trust to be with this woman? If I lose my job, if I get laid off, hey, what this woman going to be doing? Is she going to be talking about how I'm worthless? Is she going to start dissing me and downing me and degrading me?
Yep.
Is she going to have, if I have to start doing something like driving, is she gonna start getting on me? Oh, look at you, you got to do this or you got to do that. Why can't you get a real job like a real man?
Oh man,
why can't you bring some real money in?
Just tearing the brother down.
Oh man,
just chopping them down.
Oh man, to the root.
Hey, I'm with you, Boaz. I feel the pain. I'm with you.
Adawan must have seen that video.
What video?
Seen the video where the dude, like, he out at dinner with the girl and she like, what you drinking? He like a little raspberry something or whatever. And she goes, ain't that a little bit sassy? And he like, I gotta work the next day. I ain't trying to drink nothing strong because I gotta go to work the next day. And she like, well, ain't that sassy? And then he getting in his car, he got a Charger with the Hemi. She like, ain't that a bit sassy?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Most niggas got a Scat Pack, got a Hellcat. Like
everything you do is like not enough.
Hey, Salaki, yo. Hey, it's funny that you bringing this precept out, right? Hey, man, shout out to my brother Sean from Saints Uphold the Commandments in Dallas, man. Hey, check this out, right? The brother sent me this precept like the day before yesterday, but we never go to the blue letter for this precept. May I, Yahweh, real quick?
Come on, let's get it. Let's get it.
You just said the word, so I got to bring it out, and I'm going to let you keep going.
Time.
All right? So let's start. I think it's this one. Okay, who can find a virtuous, right? So starting off, virtuous is 82428. All right. So let's let me get the next one because I wanted to go straight to it. Let's see. Let's start here. No, that's not the one I want. I'm just trying to get straight to what it means. Right? Let's see. Okay, let's do this one. Boom. All right. It says probably a force, means of other resources, an army, wealth, virtue, valor, strength, able. Right? Now, let's look at this last one. These are all words for virtuous. Cause we about to kill this this thought process. Salakia. I can't find the other one. Let me see if this is it. Salakia. Dang, I can't find it. Anyway, all of those words, right, are characteristics. Here is right here. Here it goes. All right, all of these words are characteristics. I wanted to get the underlying words. Right? 0. Boom. All right, boom. Resources, wealth, right? Sisters, hey, y'all have this thought process where you don't have to bring anything to the relationship. He's supposed to take you, right? And this is why the numbers don't got down, because boy, he's supposed to take you and just be satisfied with your looks, and that's that. This is why this sister, when she said for sickness and health, for rich or poor, she was not trying to get with that.
Right.
But these are the same ones who have Proverbs 31. Don't know what virtuous means according to the Bible, but have it in their bio. Now, am I saying this, sisters? Am I saying, yo, you got to have money to pay all the bills and this, that, and the third? Right? But hey, some sisters come with a wealth of knowledge on how to turn a house into a home, to where it runs like a well-oiled machine. To where, hey, you got sisters that can coupon they behind off. Where you used to spend $200 in groceries, you with the sister, you spending $70. You ever seen a course? They're offering a course. They said this course is $100. It's worth $1,000. Because of the knowledge that's within it, it brings resources and wealth. Sisters, you got to bring something to the table also to be a virtuous woman. It's not just your looks. It's not just saying Khan out of wine. And no, you got to bring something. The man who took a wife out of her father's house had to pay a dowry because you are taking a valuable resource from that man's house. So you had to pay that man because she brought something other than her looks to the table.
Right.
I yield.
God.
Can
That's
I-
gold right there.
Lucky, can I go on in Proverbs 31?
Oh yeah, we got to, because I mean it goes on and it goes into that. It goes into that. So sisters saying just you can't just call yourself a Proverbs 31. And when you look at the verse before that, it says who can find. That means a Proverbs 31 ain't just sitting around like apples on the tree.
Mm-hmm.
You can go and I got me a Proverbs 30. No, who can find?
Right.
This type of woman.
Right. In fact, grab that Proverbs. Give me Proverbs 18 real quick. Proverbs 18:22. And then we go wrap it up with that Proverbs 31.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse, you said 22?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Con.
Whoso findeth a wife findeth a good thing.
Hey, who finds a wife finds a good thing.
That's right.
Right? Hey, because a wife, this Proverbs 31, that's why I said he who can find, right? She's worth more than rubies. A woman that will do these things, this type of woman, they're not just out there. This is something that, hey, sisters, you got to train yourself to be this way. Because this goes against the flesh. Your flesh don't want to be a Proverbs 31 woman.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it was said that you are going to be contrary to us.
Precept.
You're going to want to go left when we say go right.
Right.
So you have to retrain yourself. You have to take those thoughts captive. Right? Hey, that's the pulling down of strongholds.
Facts.
Because this type of woman is not just out there running around.
Mm-hmm.
We have to raise our daughters up to be this way. We have to train our daughters up to be this way. The same way we have to train young men to be a man. Hey, what did David say to Solomon? My son, go thy way and show thyself a man.
Right.
This isn't just natural to us. If we're building a nation, right, we got to start with the basics.
Facts.
Right? Who said Salakia?
Precept out of one.
Come on.
Book of Sirach, chapter 26, verse 1. Blessed is the man that hath a virtuous wife. For the number of his days shall be doubled.
Mm-hmm.
Reading on. A virtuous woman rejoiceth her husband, and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace. That's what we were talking about earlier. A virtuous woman does not chop down on her husband. She builds him up. She keeps him sturdy.
Mm-hmm.
She keeps him in this truth. She keeps him serving the Lord. She becomes that helpmate. She becomes that good thing. She becomes that favor that the Most High gave unto him.
That pillar of rest.
That pillar of rest. Exactly. Right. I'm just lying on this on the third verse. A good wife is a good portion, which shall be given in the portion of them that fear the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
So even the husband has to do his part. He has to fear the Most High in order to gain this woman.
Right.
That is also the balance in these things. So sisters, we ain't just asking y'all just to be virtuous, right? Because we as men, we also have to do what we have to. We also have to do the work of the Most High in order to obtain you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
Men are competitive. If I see my brother here and he striving in the Word, he reading the scriptures, he praying, he fasting, all that stuff. Guess what? I'm gonna be in admiration. I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna be trying to gain the kingdom. I'm gonna try to push just like I see my brother pushing. So how much more would you think when I see my wife playing her position, being that virtuous woman, and doing all the things in which the Most High asks of her, becoming my helpmate, becoming my good portion? What you think? What you think me as her husband gonna do? In a sense, I'm gonna compete with that. I'm like, okay, she doing all the things that is required of her. Guess what? I am going to do so as well, so I can be blameless.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Not you.
Right. Let's get back to
the Proverbs.
Yeah, let's get back to that Proverbs.
There's a good point that what you brought out at one in that 18 and 22. It said, what did it say? Goodness gracious.
Whoso findeth a wife findeth a good thing.
All right. So my Bible has Proverbs 31 precepted next to that from 10 through 31. So what is this good thing that is talking about in 18? We gonna see that.
Right.
10 on down.
Right. Let's get it.
Started verse 12.
Yup, you start at verse 12.
Verse 12. She will do him good.
No. We gotta get 11. You gotta get 11. Because I need to make a point here real quick.
Proverbs 31 and verse 11. The heart of her husband doeth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil.
All right. It said the heart of the husband trusts in her. That brother believes in this woman, right? He trusts this woman. And then it says that he shall have no need of spoil. Now, I'm going to approach this from two different ways. First, it says that he has no need of spoil, right? So, hey, he don't have no need of money. We can look at spoil that way, right? But in antiquity or way back when, what was spoil? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Throw it in the chat. What was spoil? When men went to war,
mm-hmm.
they took spoil.
Yes.
What was the spoil that they took?
I want to see what the chat gonna say.
Yeah, let's see what they're gonna say first.
Right? What was spoil? Because this goes to, again, also a mentality. And actually, this really goes into a hot topic also as well. All right, so the brother James, he said wealth. All right, and that's the answer that I'm looking for right there. The virgins and wealth. Right, the sister said virgins and wealth. So part of the spoil was women. So now, when we look at and there we got the definitions, some definitions up there: prey, booty, spoil, and booty. That's not the booty, right?
Yes, it's money. Yes,
but spoil, plunder of war. So that plunder of war, like the sister said, that virgins, right? They would take the women, right? So, but now this Proverbs 31 woman, let's get that again real quick. Proverbs 31 and 11.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 31 and verse 11. The heart of her husband doeth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil.
So that he shall have no need of spoil. So now, a lot of our sisters, what do they want to say? Oh, I'm not into polygyny and I don't want a polygynous relationship. But now, the Proverbs 31 woman, if you was that woman, hey, the Bible said, hey, that husband have no need of spoil.
You ain't worried about it.
No need of another woman. Why don't our women approach the relationships with that thought in mind? Let me be everything for my man, so that he does not even have a need or have a desire for another woman, because I'm all of that. Hey, y'all remember that Whitney Houston song where she came out with saying, I'm every woman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? How come our women don't take on that mindset no more? To be everything for that man. To fulfill every whatever. But our women are approaching relationships like that anymore. The women are going into relationship. Well, what can he give me? What can he do for me? Oh, well, if he led right, I'd submit. It's that mentality. Instead of going into it, and this is my king, this is my head. Like the scripture said, I'm his possession. How many of our women go into the relationship thinking I'm this man's possession? Hey, one of the brothers had posted in the chat earlier that we're supposed to lay down our lives for our women, the way Christ laid down his life for the church.
Nice. That's Ephesians.
So now y'all expect and y'all would want us to lay down our lives for you, but at the same time, you have Salakia. At the same time, you have a hard time in being submissive. You have a hard time in being all of these things to your husband. Right? Where he has no, read that verse 11 for me one more time.
Verse 11, the heart of her husband doeth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil.
So that man has no need. Right? That it should be your mentality, sister. That's how you should go into your marriage, sister. Now we always get on the brothers too, but right now I'm making a plea to my sisters. I teach this to my daughters. Look, you want to be the only one? You want your man to just focus on you? Be everything for that man. Submit to that man. When that man comes home, have his food ready for him. When that man comes home, babe, you need a massage. You need your back massage. You need a foot massage. But now another woman to tell you, hey, you're not his flunky. You're not his slave.
Yeah, looking at you crazy.
Looking at you crazy? Are you what? You cook his dinner for him. I just seen on social media that they was getting on a woman. She's a neurosurgeon, right? A neurosurgeon. And after working a 12-hour shift, came home and was rushing to cook her husband some food. And you look at all of the other sisters, what's wrong with you? Why are you doing that? But this woman took pleasure in being able to cook for her king, for her head, her king. She took pleasure in that. She gets hundreds of $1,000s. She's established. She's paid. She could probably easily say, I don't need a man. But she takes pleasure in doing those things for her head.
Right. That's real.
It's like you real quick.
Oh, go ahead, King.
And to your point earlier, all these stipulations that women want to put before they get right, as soon as you meet it, it's something else. You see what I'm saying? It's always going to be something else.
Right.
So they just using that as an excuse or the justification why they don't have to do anything. But Proverbs 31 and verse 12. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. Verse 13. She seeketh wool and flax and worketh willingly with her hands.
Hey, that woman is working. She's working. You know, sometimes, hey, I've heard some sisters say, we shouldn't have to work. Where does it say that? Give me book, chapter, and verse that says that a woman don't have to work if she's married. If she has a husband, book, chapter, verse that says she doesn't have to work. She don't need to work.
Salakia.
Come on.
I know the scripture talks about how man's supposed to take care of the woman and provide for her, but it say that, but then Solomon over here teaching this. And not only does she work, it says she works willingly.
Willingly. Right? In fact, read on.
Verse 14. She is like the merchant ships. She bringeth her food from afar.
Hey, man, this woman, she likes what she does. She takes pleasure in what she does.
Mm-hmm.
She takes pleasure in doing these things. Y'all got to stop letting other women dictate how you handle business in your house. Right? And like the sister said, that those women who question 10 times out of 10, they jealous of what you got going on. Or they're single. Like it's already been put up in the chat. They ain't got no man. Why is you listening to a woman that don't even got a man? That don't make no sense.
Why that makes sense?
Right? Read on.
Verse 15.
This is sloppy out one.
Oh, go ahead, King.
Yeah, I had sent Knock a video, kind of a sister. She was going after her husband or her man or whatever. And I think is a good depiction of the opposite of what this is talking about right here.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to bring that out a little bit later.
Is that it right there?
No.
Oh yeah, Khan, come on, let's get into it right now.
All right, Khan.
Y'all relationship was about. No, we not fucking no more. I want to see other people. You act like you're the only fucker in this relationship that other people want to. No, we no. Let's be real. So what we gonna do is we gonna stay together. We gonna have a beautiful life together for the rest of our lives. We gonna continue getting money together. We gonna continue raising this little girl together. We gonna have a fabulous home. We're gonna love and take care of each other. But I'm gonna fuck other people, and I hope you do too.
Ooh. Jesus Christ!
And we will never ever talk about it. Don't bring me no babies. Don't bring me no diseases. But we gonna do what we want to do outside this house because to this point it has worked.
Wow.
That right there.
I never wanted to not be with you. I never wanted to be without you. I want to do life with you. But in the process of all this happening, you a liar. You got you a and I had to hear from this what y'all relationship was about. No, we not no more. I want to see other people. You act like you're the only fucker in this relationship that other people want to. No, we no. Let's be real. So what we gonna do is we gonna stay together. We're going to have a beautiful life together for the rest of our lives. We're going to continue getting money together. We're going to continue raising this little girl together. We're going to have a fabulous home. We're going to love and take care of each other. But I'm going to fuck other people. And I hope you do too.
Ooh. Jesus Christ.
And we will never, ever talk about it. Don't bring me no babies. Don't bring me no diseases.
Right,
but we're going to do what we want to do outside this house.
I was just about to ask about that. Like she talking like this to her dude in front of other people.
I never want.
That's crazy.
Aaron, all their business right out of there. Like,
wow,
it's just crazy like that. And so, wait, she got the hair wrap on. She got the hair wrap on. You got some women who think that make them virtuous, but look at that. The virtue is not in the hair wrap. Everything comes from the heart. You understand? What? Oh. Oh, okay. That's a good one.
That's yo, man. That's ridiculous, man. But that's why we gotta have, and we gotta have good, strong women teaching our children because this is out there, right? The world is teaching this to our daughters,
right?
The world is teaching this to our young women.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we need Bible-believing women.
Right.
Give me that in Titus.
Hey, while we getting that, could I get this precept real quick?
Yeah, Con.
This book of Sirach, chapter 26, verse 7. An evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. He that had hold of her is as though he held a scorpion. And she was stinging him up through that whole entire video. Every like, bro, if you thought you was a man, you ain't no man no more. After that, like she stripped him right down of any authority that he had. That was, man, I felt it for that brother. I don't know how he conducted himself through that whole relationship, but bro, that's unsettling.
That's crazy.
You said Titus other one?
Yeah, give me Titus 2 and 3. And then, we've been rocking, and I know it's late out there on the East Coast. We go.
It's all good. I'm rocking with you, Adawai.
Counting all praises. Give me that Titus 2 and 3.
The book of Titus, chapter 2 and verse 3. The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness.
Hey, this is what our women need to be teaching the sisters, man. Because our daughters are not being taught how to conduct themselves. Our daughters are not being raised, hey, you need to put on a dress. You need to carry yourself like a lady. Where's that training anymore? Where's that teaching anymore? That's not ladylike. Right? Where's that teaching? Hey, we just had back to school out here, right? And so I've been getting on my daughter's big. In fact, I meant to take a picture earlier of my older daughter. Man, she had on a dress. She's really been, on her mission about wearing dresses. But the dress that she had on today, I saw kind of late. I did a double take, and I was like, because this morning she got in the car before I did and was in the back seat, and I didn't see what she had on. She had on a dress, but the dress was a little bit more provocative than what I would want her out in. Right. And I had to tell her that, hey, baby, all praises, you're wearing dresses, but look, it has to be more modest than this. I mean, it's a nice dress, right? But we got to dial that back. But anyhow, so my youngest daughter, I've been getting more dresses for her. And so we just had the back to school, right? All praises, Abijah. I've been getting her dresses for school. And so, my sister and my mother, and not even my mother, she's trying to change her wardrobe and get more dresses. But she says, they both say, oh, she's not going to wear no dresses. And I'm like, hold up. Yes, she is. I'm like, first of all, y'all need to kill that conversation that y'all are having with her sitting right here, because y'all are planting seed into her mind. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna wear no dress. So I killed her. I'm like, no, she is. Oh, you're gonna be fighting with her? And no, I'm not. Right. So I had to cut down that conversation that they were having in front of my daughter. Right. And so anyhow, so we go to the store and we start looking at dresses, and I'm checking in with her. Hey, you like this dress? You like that dress? Oh yeah, I like this dress. And I'm like, all right, bet. So anyhow, so today, she comes and she's got her dress on, and she's like, Dad, it's PE today, so she has some pants underneath. And so like the sister just put up here right here, she says, I will wear leggings under a dress to stay modest and warm also, right? And so, like, my daughter, she comes in with her dress, and she's like, Dad, it's PE today, so I got my pants on underneath. I'm like, okay, but there was no argument, there was no fussing, there was no fighting. Baby had on her dress, and it's about the principles that you start to instill into your children, and you make that the norm and not the norm of the way that the world is going. In the household, if it's not the norm, hey, y'all don't wear pants. We don't wear pants. We don't do that. That's not ladylike, right? That's what we are supposed to be teaching our children, right? We're supposed to be instilling these Proverbs 31 values in our children at a young age. Look, baby, this is how you are supposed to be with your man, right? The woman, because some things are better caught than taught, right? So the daughters, they see the mother doing these things, right? And so they know that, hey, this is how I conduct myself. This is how my mother was. But because they're not seeing those examples in the household, this is what we're turning out with. We're turning out with women that don't want to say, hey, to obey at their marriage. You know, who's rolling their eyes when it says for rich or for poor. That's what we're getting now. Right? Hey, our elders have failed us. And that's a fact. So, you know, with that, I just want to grab a couple more verses out that Proverbs 31, and then we gonna close it down.
You want me to start at 16?
Yeah, Con.
Verse 16. She considered a field and bided it. With the fruit of her hands, she planted a vineyard. She girded her loins with strength and strengthened her arms. She perceived that her merchandise is good. Her candle goeth not out by night. She laid her hands to the spindle, and her hands hold the distaff. She stretches out her hands to the poor. Yeah, she reaches forth her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet.
Man, this woman, man, and again, this is a rare woman that looks after her house, making sure that her house is taken care of. She's up early in the morning. She's not wasting time. She's not just sitting idle around. Not saying that, hey, woman, you got to be up and, you know, busy 24 hours out the day. But this woman takes pride in her home. She takes pride in how she's raising her children, in teaching her children, and instructing her children. She takes pride and care in the things that she says, the words that come out of her mouth. She has the law at her lips. She's wise, right? How do we get wisdom? Well, we obtain wisdom by keeping the law.
That's right.
This is a woman who reads, right? She's not just out there being idle. She fears the Most High. And the problem is a lot of people really don't fear the Most High.
Thanks.
A lot of the reason why we have what's going on in our relationships, because there is no real true fear of the Most High. You talk back to your husband, you're arguing with your husband, you're fighting with your husband. Some women are violent, putting their hands on their husband, because you don't actually fear the Most High. Because if you did, that wouldn't be going on. Right? Read on.
Verse 22. She maketh herself covering of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple. Her husband is known in the gates, when he sitteth among the elders of the land. She maketh it fine linen and selleth it, and delivered.
So, I mean, it says her husband is known. Hey, he's not known because his wife is a loudmouth. He's not known because his wife makes a spectacle of herself. He's not known because, his wife is out there talking down to men, or like the woman who in the video that we saw, that hey, we didn't talk about that at counseling. Man, this brother is now known for this video.
Right.
How many times that video done aired? How many people done seen that video? Who wants to be known for that? Hey, I got no control over my house.
Mm-hmm.
My woman, she wears the pants. My woman tells me what to do. And hey, I do what she says.
Right.
Hey, she getting praised, and he falling in line with the other simps.
Come
like,
on,
man, I feel your pain.
Right. Salakia.
Go ahead.
In the several verses that Shemaiah just read, you know that there was like several job characteristic attributes that this woman had.
Mm-hmm.
She seeketh out a field, so she's into she's in the real estate. She seeketh out a field to know that it's good and to be able to put fruit on it. So now she's into agriculture. Right? She's doing stuff when it comes to with clothes and making sure her house has clothing, and she's also selling. So now she's a seamstress and she's a salesperson.
Hey, she's putting fringes on things. Hey, she's making zeets.
You feel me?
selling zeets. Hey, we need to get a shirt fringe. I'll fringe it. $10 a shirt.
You feel me?
Hey, that man, this is a woman who is above rubies, worth more than rubies.
Right.
Hey, you don't have to worry about trying to buy a garment for Passover. Hey, because your wife got that. Hey, she gonna have you laid.
The whole fam.
The whole family. Hey, babe, just get the fabric.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole family is laid out. Passover, clean, crispy.
One of a kind.
Man, come on, man.
Come on.
Hey, yo, that's a Proverbs 31 woman.
Right.
And like the sister said, we've got to instill these values because the world is trying to beat something else into our children's head. The peer pressure, all of the outside influences. You got the Cardi B's, the Doja Cats, and everybody else that's out there that they can listen to, that they're seeing. I don't cook, I don't clean, all of that. Hey, but nah, our daughters, they should have the best example at home. Right? But yo, man, with that, like I said, hey, it's I know it's late as hell. It's 11:42 out there. So we go shut it down. Hey, Salakia for the time, hey, but the water for rocking with us, man, and for listening, and being active in the chat, man. We love that. We love that.
The water from.
Hey, brothers, got something?
Daniel 7 and 18.
Yep, there it is.
That's right.
Somebody knew what I was doing.
You getting it?
Man, I can grab it real quick.
Nah, I'm already here.
Oh well. How you gonna do me like that, man?
I thought you was already here, man. It's the book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
Shalom to everybody with the anointed house of saints. Again, the water, and yo, keep enduring. And tomorrow night there's a debate. It's gonna be a debate. That's gonna be good. So make sure to check in to Thursday Night Live tomorrow night and catch that debate. But with that, we are the anointed house of saints. Shalom, family.
Shalom.
Now,
this is not a test.
black stones, black Jesus, black music, black skin, black stones.
Hmm.